Welcome, friends, to your 18th Java game tutorial. What we're going to do in today's tutorial is set up some items because, it'll make your game a little bit more unique. We'll set up a little item our ball can hit, and it'll lengthen our platform length, or it can shorten the platform length, or it can add gravity, make gravity less so our ball can bounce higher, or change our DY when it shoots up off of our platform, so we can get a higher bounce as well. So that's what we're going to do in today's tutorial, is set up just our base item class, and then we'll set up some different items that will extend this item class. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to right click, go to new class, boring stuff. We're going to call this item and set this bad boy up. So let's get in here, and what we need is, let's just go to our platform class. We need constructor, we need an update method, a check for collision method, and a paint method. So let's just grab those and jump over back to our item class and then clean it up here. Or actually, just let's leave it for now. We got some problems, but it's cool, don't worry about it. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our item and give it some variables, which are going to be private, and we're going to say x, y, or I'm sorry, private int x and y, because we need a positioning system here. And what else? dx. What else? A width. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere. Maybe a height. Actually, let's make this ball class like a circle. So we're going to say a radius. Alright, that should be good for now. Whatever, we'll add some more later if we need it. And let's set up our default constructor. So control space, default constructor, shabam, and there we go. So now we might want to set up our x and y. When this initial item is created, we are going to let's set up another one, kind of like we did with our platform, that takes two constructors. So we'll take an int x, int y, and set this x equal to whatever's being passed in, this dot y equal to whatever's being passed in. We'll set our dx equal to a -2, and hopefully that'll stay consistent throughout, even how fast our platforms are going. Item's always going to go across the screen at -2. We might tweak this later, but who cares? Alright, so the next thing that we need to do is we have our update method. This is going to be the same. Our x is just going to move to the left by a position of dy or dx, so that's cool. We're going to use this check for collision, and we're passing in, again from the ball. This is the same, update method that we have from our platform class, so that's pretty cool. What else? If our item is off the screen to the left, minus the radius, because again we're going to draw the ball from the center, so we're just going to exit out by the radius there. So that's cool. What else? Maybe we want to amp this up a little bit, and not have our items come out as often as our platforms, so we will just add 2000, and we will add a random 3000 in there, so items won't come up too often. I don't know, we'll experiment with this. For now we'll just say a random 300, just so we know our game's actually working. Alright, so we got that set up. What else do we need? Our collision with the ball, we're going to check the ball's x, the ball's y, and the radius of the ball. And actually we'll just worry about this later. And we don't want a rectangle, we want a circle again. So just so we get this kind of right, we're going to go back to our ball class, where we got our update method, and we're just going to kind of copy this same format. So copy that, go back to our item class, paste it here, and let's change the color to green so we get something a little bit different. Just kind of winging this tutorial if you guys haven't noticed. So there we go. That seems like it's working. The other thing that we need to define is the radius. So let's get that set up within our constructor method. And we're just going to set our radius equal to be 20. What was our ball's radius? No, we want it to be smaller. So we'll say like 10. There we go. And actually what we're going to do instead is we aren't going to have this x and y constructor. We're just going to have the x. And we'll get rid of the y because the y is just going to be equal to a random y height from the top of our applet to 400 pixels down, somewhere random within there. And again, since we're working with a random object, gotta create one real quick, so nothing new here. Random, bam, and y is now equal to r dot next int, and we'll say 400. And we also want to move it down a little bit more so it doesn't get cut off at the top of our applet. So we're just going to say a random 400, anywhere from 0 to 400, or 0 to 399, plus our radius. So that's cool. Alright, now let's go into this collision, and we're going to star out the actual collision itself. So / star and star // crazy. Alright, there we go. So we pretty much have our item set up. Now let's try to implement it. So again, we're going to go back to our main game screen, which is starting point. This is our applet. And we're going to kind of set it up again with an array, but we're only going to have, 3 items at a time. So we're going to set up a new item. And we're probably going to change the implementation of this later, but as for now, we're just going to set this equal to a new item, and we'll say 3. And let's give this the name of item because this one's giving us a little bit of troubles here. And there we go. Alright, so now what we need to do, kind of set up same format with our for loop. So we're going to copy this for loop within our start method, paste it, and instead of p length, we're going to say item length. And instead of pi, we're going to say item I is equal to a new item. And again, we only had the x positioning that we have to worry about, so we're going to get rid of this height, or this y position that we had there, and we're going to change this variant to be about 2000 for the first time these load. Alright, cool. Alright, let's copy this one for loop within our run method and get this bad boy set up. So we're going to say item instead of p again, and update, it's going to call the same update method with 2 parameters, passing in the context of our applet and passing in the information about our ball here. So that's cool. Let's go down to our update method, our paint method, and create another for loop. I'm going to copy this. Oops, I think I messed up on that last for loop. We need to change this to item, which I think I might have forgotten, but anyways, maybe not. So we're going to say change p to item, and but don't p out an item. That'd be crazy. Alright, so let's just change that for loop up here to item as well. Make sure you make that change so it only runs through 3 or however many array items we have in our item array. So let's save this and run it, see what happens now. Okay, cool. We have our first item appearing, and let's see if we can get them, which we won't because we cleaned out that one. What was it? What did we clean out? We cleaned out the collision method for our item. But we get something simple like this. Eventually we're gonna have to change the items, but that gives us a nice basis for a base item class. And I can't get up there to get one just to test that the collision doesn't work, but I know it doesn't. So alright, anyways, cool. I think that's gonna be it for this tutorial. Wait, why did we set the item to be green when our ball's green? Alright, anyways, okay, well, I will catch you guys later. As you can see, we don't have any collision yet, but that's alright. Peace.